Hello and welcome back to Call of Cthulhu. In the last episode, we fought the Shambler, and that was about it. We went to investigate what the Shambler was at the wife's home of the man in the asylum that we saw otherworldly murdered. And then we figured out exactly what the hell did it. We escaped by the skin of our teeth. So, without further ado, let's jump right back into it and investigate the Nameless Bookstore. Oh, I have to load my game, obviously. Uh-oh, what's this? Sanders' residence. I definitely completed this. Or is it just going to have me loop back a little bit? Oh, shoot. I hope not. I don't want to fight that thing again. That was terrifying. At least now I know what to do. But goddamn. We'll see. Stuck in a loading screen. Oh, Lord. It's been a whole day since I fought the Shambler, and I'm starting to sweat thinking about it. Oh, yeah, it's just gonna... I guess I just need to talk to Kat again. Oh, hello.
You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this...
Yeah.
I saw you.
I was attacked by a creature.
I pushed it
back, I think.
I think so too.
I'm not gonna be so accusatory this time. You must have noticed.
My arm was disappearing into this painting. You must have seen that.
I saw you put your trembling hands on a collector's artifact. Where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
The creature. This dagger was the only weapon capable of pushing it back. If Hawkins was trying to get rid of this Shambler, she might have made contact with Drake. This antique dealer has a good knowledge of the occult. I have nothing to lose by meeting him.
You've got your spunk back. Go where you want. I'm staying here to talk business with Irene.
Yeah, you do that. I like how I fixed my hair after the commotion. Just stand up and sweep your hair back. What a fucking man. Now, I'm wondering if she's standing there crying because I forced open that antique box. Because I could have picked the lock into the art gallery, but instead I just took the key from the box. But I don't know why I had to do either. She told me to go to the gallery. Why was it not unlocked? Or why didn't she just give me the key? I don't know. But here we are, where I intended us to be. Loading into the Nameless Bookstore. Is that the name of the bookstore? Ah, clever. Algernon Drake, owner of the Nameless Bookstore. See, that's a dream job right there. Owning a bookstore, massive library, artifacts. That sounds like a hell of a time. Nice middle life goal. Just open up a bookstore. First I have to learn how to read. Oh, shit! You better not be dead, Drake. Scorpion was a fucking bop. Totally deserved album of the year. I like how angry I was. I just, like, shut the door.
Where's the bookseller?
I don't know. There's blood on the window. Is he even alive? I'm not going to find out immediately. There's shit to look at.
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
How did he come into possession of this? That's not sellable. That's a diary. That's fucking horrible. Well, I guess they sold the diary of Anne Frank.
Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
Oh, medicine progression. Nice. I love how all the lamps smoke. I totally want one. Is that part of the merch store? Look at this dude. Look at him. It's Big Chungus. Aha! Plenty of reading. I'm gonna have so many new books for my shelf back in Boston. Oh, I got oil. Nice. I didn't even use my lantern fighting the Shambler. I thought it was just gonna reveal my position. That thing scared the shit out of me. Fucking Shambler. Oh no. Yeah, we'll get there in a second. There's more to look at. Oh, more history of Darkwater. This looks like the drawings that were in the asylum. Goddamn, son. That's probably gonna up my medicine skill. Nice. I like how I just fucking steal shit constantly. Would I read the book?
What does this strange book contain? This book contains unholy knowledge.
I would like a book like this. I gotta fucking prep for hey, that was the Shambler! Ah! Inventory. Oh, no, just my shit. Clues. Chapter 7. Darkwater. And people. Yeah, Charles Hawkins has been updated. Cult. I think the miraculous catch was the fucking Leviathan. I think they caught... I'm not going to say they caught Cthulhu because that makes me sound ignorant, but I've never actually read any Lovecraft. I own Lovecraft. Because that's the kind of asshole I am. I buy books that I don't read. The cult symbol... This fucking Shambler. Ah, so yeah, the Mysterium gave us an excerpt. The dimensional Shambler comes from a dark and inhospitable dimension, where the rarity of food sources keeps it in a state of permanent starvation. This is why it's in a constant state of readiness to travel to other dimensions in order to feed on its inhabitants. Make sure you never weaken the veils of your dimension. Otherwise, you risk attracting this very dangerous creature. Should this happen, you just have to lay eyes upon it for its being to anchor itself in your dimension and allow you to rip it open with its claws. So we just don't fucking look at it, we're chill, right? They're just like, put a tarp over that fucking painting and light that shit on fire. There's the Beasterium. Men will gather the knowledge through the lines dictated to me by the great old ones, but also in other volumes. The visions that assail me whisper me names and silhouettes of mythical creatures. Soon the Nameless Monstrorum, repository of all anatomical, cosmic, and dimensional knowledge, will be seen as the authoritative work. This book, unholy among the most cursed books, will one day be the final rampart between man and the predators that are waiting to devour him, hidden behind the veils of parallel dimensions. Do I have the dagger still? Did I get to keep the dagger? I fucking hope so. Oh no, because I had the painting in here and I didn't keep that shit. Fuck! Alright. Our skills. We do have enough points to level up. Well, medicine we can't level up without books. Same thing with occult. Psychology? Spot hidden. That's pretty useful. Oh, I only need 4 CP to upgrade my psychology. Oh, I should do that. Yeah. professional psychology. And then we can just save our points until we have enough to upgrade another thing. Or does it actually help me if I up the percentage now? Or is it only when I can get to a new level? I'm kind of interested just to see what it calls max level strength. Master. Just master. I'm a master strength man. No. We're going to upgrade our psychology and... Investigation's pretty good. We need to up our eloquence. We've been having trouble convincing people. Ah! Fuck. We'll try it. Yeah. Confirm. How's my sanity? Mental trauma? Oh, it's just all mental trauma. It's all mental trauma. I am shaken. The ordeals I have gone through have left their mark, but you still manage as best you can. You keep your mind busy in order to chase away doubts and painful memories. You still have some way to go. Who knows where your mind could lead you along the paths of insanity. Oh, the Malice Beastarium is increasing our sanity. Looks like we managed to avoid something traumatic in the beginning, so that's good. Alright. Oh. Aha! Jesus. Yeah, that's why I had no... Well, it's not true. I did have interest in becoming a doctor, but it's just so much.
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's Theosophical movement. Its followers place truth on the same footing as a religion.
Tibetan writings. Esoteric movement founded by Helena Blavatsky. Theosophy. Consult them. I thought that they didn't stick. Huh. Oh, it increases my occultism. Nice. Well, not that I want to be in the cult, but... fuck it, who cares? At this point, fuck it, dude. I fought otherworldly beings. What is that? That looks like, something right out of the Mummy. I think I made that joke before. Anything on this map? Yeah, he's studying that fucking beetle, and now it's free. Squish it! Yeah.
What happened here?
I'm putting my lantern away. Waste of oil. I'll enter the reconstruction scene when I've made sure that there's nothing waiting for me. Like this. Can't open the drawers. Okay. Reconstruction scene.
Let's start over. Where did they break in from? Blood. Seems like amateur work.
Or cultist work. They don't really give a fuck about that shit.
Someone tall left this footprint. A man, probably.
Wow. A man has to be tall? How sexist. This is 2019.
This burglar seems to be rather clumsy.
Or drunk. Well, I suppose that would be clumsy, wouldn't it? And I know there was a hidden object over here. Oh, did I have to pick that up beforehand? Shit. Alright.
What killed all these animals? What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene?
Someone who got what they came for.
What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work?
Excuse me?
What the... Charles Hawkins? What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess?
Ah!
Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe.
Why is this hurting me? Is the Shambler coming? It better fucking not.
Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
Yeah, I'm done here. Shit's fucking with my head. I need a stiff drink, man. What's over here?
A strange amulet. I have a feeling I'd better not touch it.
Just picks it up anyways. Open the safe. Well, I don't know the combination. But it's here, isn't
Drake
it?
left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
If somebody finds these memorials, but there's no doubt I'm serious in trouble. That my body and bones are still in this plane of reality in order that they can be recovered and burned. The funeral urn must be given to my dear mother if she is still of this world. Whoever reads these lines and that is clearly not me. Demonstrates acuity as sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. It lies within my safe, and the clues to the combination are to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of the imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit that reason usually prevails in the end. If chanced by any person, or should I say a genius, was to match my intellect... Oh, what an asshole. And find the combination of the safe, I would ask that they deliver its contents into the safekeeping of my friend and colleague, Professor Armitage of Miskatonic University. The content of this safe is not only a vast digest of knowledge, but also a weapon that is far too dangerous for it to fall into the wrong hands. I hope that you will be able to appreciate the danger that this represents, and that you will act accordingly. In any event, I will neither be there to guide you nor to suffer from you, and from you actions? That seems like a typo. Huh. Drake's memoirs. Alright, well. I doubt he just put it in his fucking
Is
safe.
everyone on this island taking sleeping pills?
Yeah, it's a good question.
What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
That's what that... Push back the forces of the great old ones were engraved at its center. Try to find it. Yeah, I really want that amulet. Could fucking protect my frail mind. Oh shit, there's so much now.
Arkham editions. Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions.
He's just gonna keep...
Never heard of it. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions.
Stop repeating
Never
yourself.
heard of him.
Anything else? Oh, that's oil. So clearly it's what's behind the counter here. Okay, so I have to figure out
How many volumes are there in this collection?
things that should not be. Three,
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
6.
Arkham Editions.
Volume 2.
Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection?
Opera in 8 acts. The opera was only performed once, resulting in an audience riot that left several dead and missing.
Another volume by Arkham
Oh,
Editions.
that's the same one.
Arkham Editions.
Nope.
Never heard of him.
One.
How many volumes are there in this
The
collection?
Key of Solomon. 4.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Wait, is that the same one I just
Arkham
looked at?
Editions.
There's 2 of the Key of
Never
Solomon.
heard of them.
One
How
says
many
volume
volumes
4.
are there in this collection?
Oh no, this is different. Also known as the Nightmare Lyrics. Derby was only 18 years old. Azathoth and Other Horrors.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Oh, that's that. Huh. But what could the combination be? There's only 3 dials, right? 1 to 9. Or 0 to 9. Consult diary. Also knew Sarah Hawkins. How can I find the combination? Oops. Taking this jewel for an inanimate object, a devourer of body, lies in this jade amulet. Man-eating ghoul. Whoever unearths the amulet and wears it around his neck is at risk of the sorcerer's wrath. The latter will return in the shape of a formidable hunter to track and dismember all defilers. Well, fuck that thing. I'm not placing that shit on my neck. Hawkins Warehouse. What am I missing? Oh, just that. Key of her left vial. This key that bears the Elder Sign. Try to find the amulet. Drake's memories. Respect. Damn, I was hoping it was just gonna be on the back. Three cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of the imagination. Okay. It's gotta be in these books. Like, there's no reason.
Arkham Editions.
Things that should not.
Never heard of them. How many volumes are there in this collection?
Okay.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Texts claim Europe and the other mothers of this people. Moreover, that our alphabet is derived from the Fijian language. So, volume 1.
Arkham Editions. Never heard of them.
That's like Latin, right? 1, 2.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
The Prophecies. 1, 2, 6.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Oh, that's Italian. That's not Latin.
Arkham Editions.
The Key of Solomon.
Never
also
heard of
not
them.
Greek or Latin.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
1, 2, 6. Is that it? Is that the combination? I'll try it. What the fuck, man? 1. 2, 6. No? Fuck. Cylinders. I don't know. I do not know. Cylinders.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Oh, I'm a dummy!
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
Okay, yeah, I was just looking at fucking random books. There's a third cylinder, though, I have to find. Maybe it's in here? There's the phonograph.
Things are not looking good.
Oh, I have all three, never mind. Drake's cylinder
These
1.
red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Huh.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham Editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
The Guardian of the Grail, the chessboard.
The Queen has little protection.
The Guardian of the Grail.
The Chalice of Knowledge.
Do the rubies and sapphires make up a specific motif? There's also emeralds.
The Chalice of Knowledge.
Is there something carved into it? Is that a 4? Huh.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attraction.
Red drops.
The Chalice of Knowledge.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 rubies.
And I do confess it.
That must be the first
I am
number.
willing to pay to know its secret. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods.
5
Let those
rubies.
of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows.
The Queen
We
has
shall
little
refuse
protection.
to be the playthings
5,
of destiny.
4? There's 4 white pieces left on the board. That are 3, unless you
Dear
count
friend,
the Queen.
I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham Editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors,
539 or
seems
549?
particularly relevant
One of
to my
those two. I'm gonna try them.
I never tire of browsing through them.
5, 3, 9. I'm a genius! Not really. And Charles Hawkins. I can't read this shit. Ah! Shut the book! Shut the book! Now! Man, you better close this shit snappy. Oh, fuck. Oh no, I'm going back to the shit! Oh, my mind was projected into another body. Well, that's weird. Damn, now I'm stuck in the Institute again. Fuck these asylums. And this entire island, as a matter of fact. I'm tempted to just take a boat back to Boston and try and drink away all the pain. Of course, that's not an option. Yeah, really wishing I had just, like, lost my license. Ended up in a dive bar. Anything would be better than this. Motherfuckers turning into squids and shit. Phew.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Did you inject him with a tranquilizer?
No, Doctor. Not me, not anyone. Our stock is empty, yet again.
Again? But there was enough for the whole island.
More and more people are suffering from insomnia. We can't refuse to help.
Of course.
Any idea what this man might be undergoing?
How's my medicine?
Very well. I'll examine him. His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin. Tender at the touch. Slightly sticky.
He's got fucking suction cups growing on him.
Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body. 30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have
He's
the necessary
mutating.
knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
I see
Well, he's
signs of
severely dehydrated.
hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier,
He seemed to feel better?
yes, like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
Yep, Squid Man.
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth.
His
I
body is
almost
mutated.
don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients. Provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
Examine this man!
His limbs? His body temperature? I don't know what experiments you've undertaken, but this is going too far.
Oh, I sense some excitement beneath your indignation. Could it be you wish to join me in my scientific endeavors?
You are a brilliant physician, Dr. Fuller, but this man has the attributes of some kind of animal.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Listen, asshole! You're turning him into a squid!
What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Oh, that evidence exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep Mum.
Jesus, man.
An unknown medicine. Judging by the other ones, it causes heavy side effects.
What the fuck is going on here?
Chronic insomnia. Like half the island.
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan.
Oh, listen to the way you talk, you naughty girl. And the answer is no. You can imagine that she doesn't dare say a thing. That silly goose lets herself be trodden.
Well, at least we won't have to clean it for a while.
Administration office. Is that Dr. Fuller's? No, this looks like a surgery prep room. Aha! Oh, thank God I can't actually enter. Wait, no, not yet. Why is there a closet here? Shambler, question mark?
Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going? Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office. But rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless.
Well, if you want to be a bitch about things, we can figure something out. Distract Donovan, but how? How do you do? Okay, I can't talk to him. How do you do? Okay.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
What is this? What's going on in here? How you doing?
Dr. Colden, we need you at once in Dormitory B.
What is the problem?
Mr. Evans seems to be having trouble with his IV.
I'll see to it right away.
And the family of Mrs. Harding is asking to see her medical file.
I'll never understand why it's so hard to see patients' files around here.
Rules are rules. See, with Dr. Fuller, he's in charge. Anyhow, they're still waiting, and I don't think they'll leave until they get what they want.
Understood. Anything else?
As a matter of fact, yes. A man has been brought up from the basement.
Oh. What state is he in now?
You should go see for yourself, Doctor.
This man, Edward Pierce. His file is incomplete. What did Fuller do to him? The key to the boiler room is missing. Dr. Fuller always keeps his key with him.
So I need to go to dormitory B? Block B, okay.
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing, following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination. He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. White froth, evidently because of such drooling. His binds left bloody wounds.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
You did good work. The tranquilizer is kicked in. Now you can disinfect and bandage his wounds.
Thank you, Doctor. And as to his weight loss?
I'll prescribe an antifungal treatment for his dysgeusia. In the meantime, feed him intravenously.
It'll be done.
Jesus. What the fuck? Oh, it's just bandages. I was like, the squids!
Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble. What is the boiler room key doing here? The key to the boiler room. Not where I expected to find it.
Pick it up!
The key to the boiler room.
Damn it.
Not where I expected to find it. Intoxication from breathing organic vapors. She recently came back from the surgical block. She's stable. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney. He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
Been there.
Ah, the whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Doctor, that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back?
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out.
He's doing remarkably well.
Why did nobody tell me about her admission?
Irene?
Mrs. Sanders?
Shit. So this is current. This isn't a flashback. Oh shit. Very professional.
Hay fever. What's he doing here?
Doctor, please. My chest. Oh.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation. Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands.
Don't worry, buddy. Hang on. Fucking shit. And here's good old Squid Boy, completely catatonic. Fucking hell. How do I distract Donovan?
We're running out of this medicine.
I know, Doctor. We sent the purchase order, though, but Mrs. Donovan refused it.
Once again.
Can't you do anything?
Donovan takes her instructions directly from Dr. Fuller. I'm afraid I can do nothing about it for the moment.
Can I drug the bitch?
We've been waiting to be restocked for weeks.
Pseudoscientific work by Cesar Grosso correlates an individual's morphology with his criminal predispositions. The seriousness of the study and the accuracy of the demonstrations can deceive an uninformed reader. What the hell? Well, I found
I
the
don't have
key,
any
man.
business in the boiler room. The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
Sorry, but nobody can take anything until I finish the inventory. Please, the fewer interruptions there are, the faster I'll be finished.
I'm trying to talk to you, bitch. Alright, fine.
Where did my fiancée go? I hope those nutcases will stop burdening her with work.
I don't know.
Dr. Colden.
Yep, that's me.
It's a quiet little town. Days go by, steady as ever. I wanted more for myself, but...
But nothing, I guess? Now we're back at Block B. We've done a full loop. Okay. You must be who's waiting for
Gentlemen,
files.
may I help you?
We're waiting on news regarding our mother, Maureen Harding. She came in with a kidney problem, but we haven't heard anything since.
I've tended to her, and I have good news. Her blood analysis is reassuring. Her kidneys are as new.
Are you talking about the same person? This is miraculous.
She's still recovering, but you may speak to her upon her awakening.
Oh, thank you so much, Doctor. We'll wait for her to wake up. We've been here since this morning, so it won't make a difference.
I'm glad I could help. What's in the kitchen for me? Bunch of disgusting looking food.
Patients and hospital personnel eat the same food.
Okay. I guess that's normal.
Watch out for the water, Doctor.
But how to distract this Donovan woman?
This place draws you in and never lets you go.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
It's so unfair.
Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Do you really need Mrs. Donovan to open a valve? Why not ask the janitor?
I can't make these decisions without her approval. Imagine if there were a leak. Anyhow, the boiler room is locked half the time. So every time the water gets shut off, I have to go and endure her reproach until she's settled the problem.
I see. Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
I'm just going into the fucking boiler room. Fuck this shit.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays.
This is the locker room. Yeah, I'm back here now. Where was the key? I think it was...
Everybody says it.
The answers
She's a
must be
witch,
hidden
an
in
old
Fuller's
hag.
office.
I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays.
Where's... I think it's over here. Aha! Now
The key
I
to
can
the
pick it up.
boiler room. All I have to do is shut off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait.
Oh, that's the surgical ward.
The operating room is never accessible
I
after
could
an
read.
operation.
Boiler room. Where is the boiler room?
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag.
I've lost track of it. There's block B. So I think it's over here. There's the surgical ward. There's Fuller's. Aha! Oh! Jesus, people. This is a hospital.
can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool.
There's plenty here. There's literally a bag of tools scattered on the floor. Use any of them. Son of a bitch. What am I supposed to use? Something from the pharmacy? No.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays.
It's okay, stop talking to yourself.
It's so unfair.
Get a tool of some sort. But what? Oh, the janitor's moved out of here. Maybe there's something. Ah! I don't know why the monkey wrench was the most useful of things I could have found. Somebody is in a great deal of pain. Oh, it's him. Wait, men's bathroom. Yep, here it is. Wink.
I feel guilty about Elizabeth, but I need the diversion.
Go back. Oh, I have to go back to Elizabeth to tell her.
Dr. Colden, might there be a problem with the water?
I was about to mention it. It seems it's been cut off yet again.
I can't take this, Marie. I feel I'm gonna burst.
It's not your fault if we have defective plumbing.
And yet, I'm the one who gets punished because I'm gonna have to square off with that annoying old witch. Courage, Elizabeth. Here we go. And hold your tongue this time.
It's okay. I'll need to be quick about it. I shouldn't have spooked the bitch first, because now she's gonna...
I'm busy. Elizabeth, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. But it's about the water.
At last. The missing files must be hidden here.
Now where?
The Stendhal syndrome. Of course. This is where Fuller found his diagnosis for Francis Sanders.
Where are the files? Where are the files? Oh, come on. Gotta be around here somewhere.
Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle. I've unlocked something. Patient files. I was right.
Okay, I've searched Fuller's office. But now I'm just gonna play shit on the photograph.
Session number 17. Patient? Sarah Hawkins. The patient appears to have finally accepted the illusory nature of what she calls the mythos. It goes without saying that these peculiar delusions are the price that comes with her exceptional gifts.
Why does Dr. Fuller write psychological reports about Sarah Hawkins?
At first, I presumed that her blood was the key. But I found nothing to explain Mrs. Hawkins' abilities.
here we go.
The poor souls downstairs are not Fuller's only subjects.
Then James came, irate that Charles was keeping secrets from him. I presume that he will try to break into the basement sooner or later. I am prepared.
Oh, this is her shoe.
Hawkins, Fitzroy, and Fuller. What is the connection between these three?
It is fortunate that I had the presence of mind to set the morgue in the basement. When all the fuss about the Hawkins incident finally comes to an end, I will dispose of her belongings. In the meantime, they must remain hidden in plain sight.
Like right here? Yeah.
Of course. Sarah Hawkins is the connection.
And Donovan bursts in.
I must go back to the basement. I should go another way.
Shit. Donovan's gonna be there. Is it still locked? Yeah.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
Storage room. Block B. Block B. Toilet. Oh, there's another wrench. Oh, right, the gate. Where is it? It's over here? No. If I don't figure this out fast, there we go. Do. Oh, fuck. Shit!
Ah, now that's the Marie that I know. I knew I could count on your scientific curiosity. It's time to show you what you were so eager to discover.
Oh! You creepy Neil Patrick Harrison, unfortunate events looking ass. My game crashed. Alright! Fantastic! Well, that seems like an apt place to end this episode, considering my game crashed. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will pick up in the next one, hopefully without having to backtrack too far to get back into the basement. I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.